And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, it's Herbert, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go. Let's do this. Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go check. Go check.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
Bring in the second string. Bring in the second.
Jaguars. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to air one out. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Now it's Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. but that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And he'll be tackled inside his own 15. The decision to bring it out cost him some yardage. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check.
On first down, here's Breida. And some room to work. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one and another first down.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, flushed out right. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, the 40. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give the defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. That ball complete to Isabella. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Andy Isabella, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. This is Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
No, not ahead of you, baby. I see you over there. You stand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, Shaq. Cowboy 80. I'm scared.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Kill. Hey, alert 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on. Check. Check 24. Check, go.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now he'll let it go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Breida. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He's coming. We got double up. 57. You.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Matt Breida with now 3 week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their lock.
Herbert has it knocked free, and the Jags grab it.
Let's get that swagger, y'all.
Brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the gun, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On second down, Swift. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They snap it to Herbert. Caught left side, Hopkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 50 yards. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. But first down, Hurts. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Escaping the pressure right, and this is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Panther 11. 57. Mike, 57. Drop deep, drop deep.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 34 yards. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Herbert operating from the red zone, being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. But they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Hopkins, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are in for 6. So the Chiefs opt to keep the offense out there, and they'll line up to go for 2. Here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10, 5,
you know they pay me extra,
and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now can really take some time off the... And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one.
Don't worry about it,
Get
baby.
this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run, and the Jaguars continue to roll. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener, but this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Herbert flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Herbert on 1st down now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Again, Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're going to run this to the tight end. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Swift. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
60 Bison. Rip right. 18 Rattler. You can't block me.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out of the gun, and Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the flag. Motion. Shift.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Yeah, he's got it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.
Emojis.
So for the Jags, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get for the Chiefs. They go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.